What a performance against Melbourne United.
They were going for 9 straight.
It is absolutely fantastic, and we're very pleased to have one of their big-name recruits, the very experienced Cam Bairstow, star of Australian basketball, of course, cut his teeth at the Chicago Bulls over there as well. We're very delighted to have him as part of the Adelaide 36ers. Cam Bairstow, welcome to Sports Day.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. What a performance against Melbourne United. I don't know how you felt after the performance against the Jack Jumpers, but you must have been really delighted with what the performance that you put out on the floor on Sunday.
Yeah, obviously a tough loss down there in Tassie, and less than 2 nights back in Adelaide, and you know, against the best team in the league was always going to be a tough challenge, and credit to the boys for showing up and getting it done against a team that had been crushing the competition so far.
So Cam, tell us how good that at the death Dusty Hannah's unbelievable performance.
Yeah, he was awesome, especially at the end of the game, the clutch, and then in overtime as well. Hitting the 3 to bring it back to even and give us a chance in overtime. He was obviously key for the run we had at the end and bringing it home for us.
What do you take out of the restart? I mean, you've played 5 games, lost 3, won 2, but you've had wins over Perth and Melbourne United. Do you take more out of the fact that the teams you've beaten we're expecting to see at the pointy end over and above the fact that you're in the negative for an overall record?
I think, it just shows the quality of the competition, and everyone is pretty evenly matched in terms of everyone can beat anyone on a given night, even though there's going to be favourites and whatnot. But we've obviously had some bad losses against the bottom half of the league, and had some really good losses against the top 2 teams in the league. So I think we've shown that on any given night we can beat anyone, but it's obviously up to us to come with the right mindset and to get the job done, because this league is obviously something that it's always going to be difficult, no matter who you're playing.
But surely, Cam, that now must give the team, that the whole group, self-belief that you can do the job.
Yeah, for sure. Little things like that definitely make a big difference in terms of just having the confidence that you can beat the best in the league, that you can beat these teams. Because if you don't have that belief, obviously you're never going to have that chance. But definitely that sets a tone that we can really do this, and we can, and if you can beat that team, obviously you can beat anyone in this league, and so that's the mindset and the confidence and the swag we've got to come into each and every game with.
We're talking to Cam Bairstow from the Adelaide 36ers. We're doing it thanks to Tyre Power. Buy 3, get 1 free on selected Falcon tyres. As I said, Cam, last week we were chatting to Todd Withers, and we were making the point that he seemed to be developing a really good on-court relationship with Sunday Detch. I get the feeling there's a bit of the same with you and Johnson. You're obviously similar sorts of players, very, very big guys, but also have a capacity to do some damage from outside. Do you feel like you've got a good working relationship with him?
Yeah, for sure. I think we both look for each other and understand each other's strengths. And obviously, he's a smart and very talented player who, obviously makes it easy to play with. I think that's it. We've got a relatively new group in terms of guys playing with each other for the first time this year. And I think, if we can continue to develop and learn each another's strengths and weaknesses and how to be successful on the court, I think we can continue to get better and progress as the season goes on.
And Cam, a plus for us, was able to keep Matthew Dellavedova fairly quiet by his standards as well.
Yeah, obviously he's the key to that.
Yep, he is.
In terms of running the show and getting others involved, particularly. And I think we did a good job on him, and that was one of the definite keys to the game. They have a lot of great players. Obviously, they're a very deep team, but obviously if you can lock in on certain guys and take things away from what they're trying to do, that was obviously a big thing for us.
Cam, we've got the Brisbane Bullets on the weekend. A Thursday, I think. It's only a couple of days away, the game. Do you like the fact you're playing your old club? Is that just one you sort of mark in the diary and just say, this is where I really want to stand up?
Not really, to be honest. I think, I've played for a number of clubs in my career so far, and I think it's just another game, and obviously they're a completely different team, different coach and organisation, really, from when I was there. So it's more just about focusing on ourselves, and each game is going to be important. The playoff push is going to come down to the last weekend, as it does every year, and so we just need to view it like that in terms of every game is who it is.
Great opportunity as well. They're on a 3-game losing streak, I guess. Critical for the club, not just to get our own wins up, but to really find opportunities when a side may be just a little bit down on confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And the professional sports is a bit of a roller coaster in terms of up and down, and the highs are very high and the lows are very low, and it's just about maintaining that even keel and taking the opportunities when they present. We could have come into the other night thinking that it was a chance for a number 4 loss in a row, or the chance to start a new win streak, and I think we came in the right mindset and hopefully started in the right direction for sure.
Cam, how was our coach after the game? After getting over the line 88 to 83, would have been delighted, I would have thought.
Yeah, he was. Obviously, a big win
Huge.
for the team and to get things back on track. And having said that, we understand that it's just one in
Yep.
what needs to be a number to get to where we need to be, and so we just got to continue moving forward. But obviously, everyone's happy after a win, and just got to keep it rolling.
Just a quick snapshot around the league. The Wildcats and the Sydney Kings, a raucous brawl going on there, Cam. Probably not too upset that you were home here safely, not having to deal with all of that. But there's certainly some passion, a little bit of aggro in the league, which I don't reckon's any bad thing.
No, I think it's good. Obviously, I think the fans definitely enjoy that, and players playing with passion and trying to win. Obviously, we're all professionals, but we're also trying to compete and trying to do anything we can to help our team win. And obviously, sometimes emotions run hard and things get a bit crazy. But I think at the end of the day, everyone's heart's in the right place, and everyone's focused on helping their team, whichever way that is. And sometimes you see things boil over like the other night. But in the end of the day, I think it's only positive for the league. You want players to play with passion.
Yep.
and to really you're better than the alternative of not doing so. So I think it's overall good for the league, and I think it just shows how hard players play and how much they care about getting the results.
Exactly.
Cam, what do you think suits the team? We've seen a game against Melbourne United where 88 was the winning score. Then, of course, a few days before against the Jack Jumpers, it was a 77-71 type scoreline. A game also that we sort of had we had hold of that halfway through the last quarter. What do you think the team suits? Do you like to play sort of a high-scoring, attacking type of game, or do you think as the team goes on and learns a bit more about itself and each other that a lockdown form of basketball might be better suited to the Sixers?
Yeah, I think it's obviously picking and choosing your moments, but I think the game against the Jack Jumpers was just pretty scrappy in terms of both teams shooting it quite poorly, and the offense in general was from both teams was the reason why it was such a low-scoring game as opposed to pace of play. I mean, the Jack Jumpers got up 90 shots in that game, and so you would expect from that teams would be scoring 100. But I think whether it's credit to defense on both sides or bad offense, whichever one you want to pick. But I think I think we can do both in terms of personnel we have, but we just need to obviously be efficient. When we do push the ball and when we get a chance to slow it down and be precise, really execute well and shoot high percentages.
Well, Cam, I am on board, my friend. I had a little bit of a wobble after the Jack Jumpers, but the win over Melbourne United has restored my faith, and I expect you to continue on with that winning form against the Brisbane Bullets on